Hi, today we're going to make lingonberry cake. Very, very easy recipe. We're going to start out with 2 cups of flour, okay? And then we're going to add a few more dry ingredients, 2/3 cups of sugar. Add that in there. 1 tablespoon of baking soda. I know it sounds like a lot of baking soda, but that's what it calls for. 1 tablespoon baking soda. Right? I'm going to get that mixed up. The dry ingredients, I'm going to use my whisk to get that all put together. All right. And then we're going to put in butter. Okay, now this is unsalted butter, and this is 2/3 cup. So basically, you're going to have 10 2/3 tablespoons for 2/3 cup when you want to measure it from this side like that. Okay, so it's a lot of butter. We're going to give it a shot. What we need to do with this is we're going to cut it into the flour. So I'm going to take my knife and take it. This is a little bit of a process, so it's going to take a minute for us to get this done. So we'll work on cutting this. Okay, so we got all of that butter cut in. It'll take a little while to get that butter cut in, but we did it. 1 egg. I've already gone ahead and mixed it up a little bit, so it'll be a little bit easier to mix into this. Okay, so 1 egg, and just push that around in here until we get all of that mixed together. Okay. All right, now we're going to put that into this square 8x8 pan. I'm going to grease the bottom of this a little bit with some of my leftover unsalted butter too. You can do it with Crisco, or if you want to spread, that's fine too, but I'm just going to go ahead and use butter. And so I'll just put that on the bottom of the pan so we can avoid some sticking a little bit on the sides too. It's going to rise up just a little bit. Okay, so I'll just save that for later. Okay, so then this goes in the pan, and we just press it down into that, okay? Okay. We'll go ahead and get some of that off there. Got my Minnie Mouse. Okay, all right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take 2/3 cup of, actually I'm sorry, 3/4 cup of lingonberry jam. And I just use this lingonberry jam here. You can use any brand that you want to use. I use whatever I can find, because in the South you can't really find lingonberry jelly very easily. So I believe I got that one probably at Publix. They also have it at TJ Maxx. They have it at Home Goods. You can find it there occasionally too, but it's just not in as many grocery stores in the South as it is up in the northern states. So let me just take that 3/4. It's really almost a full jar, just a little bit left in that jar. And then you just spread this on top. Try to get it all over and get a nice little layer of that. I'm going to switch over to this one here, just so I can get just a little bit wider span of spread. Actually, I think it almost could use more than 3/4. I think it'd be okay if you did. And I think I might actually. I'm going to add a little bit extra because it just seems a little scant to me. So I'm just going to take a little bit more out of the jar, plop it on there. It won't hurt. It'll just make it taste better. Okay, that's better. Just need a little bit extra. All right. Okay, so now once we've got that ready, we're going to make the streusel topping. So what we need is 2/3 cup of oats. And I use the quick oats for this, okay? And then we're going to use 1/2 cup of sugar, okay? And 3 tablespoons of butter. Here's my 3 tablespoons right here. So I'm gonna have to also have to cut that in as well. I'm gonna use a fork instead to go ahead and get this cut in here. It helps if it's a little bit soft. This one is not, it's just room temperature right now, but it would probably be useful if it was just a little bit softer. Okay, so once you get that butter mixed in, it's going to be a little bit chunky looking like that, but you just cut the butter in to the sugar and the oats as best you can. And then you're going to have 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, so you can also use vanilla sugar, but I don't have vanilla sugar, so I'm going to use vanilla extract instead. Okay, and that just gives it a little bit more flavor too. So just kind of toss them around so you get that all mixed up together. Okay, and then this goes on top of your cake mixture here. So move this out of the way, and we're just going to try to hopefully sprinkle it as evenly as we can across the top of this. Okay, and I'm just going to spread it out a little bit, like so. All right, okay. All right, now we're going to put it in our oven, which is already preheated to 400 degrees, and this is going to go in for 25 to 30 minutes, so we'll see you in a few. Okay, so the timer just went off, and let's see how it looks. Oh, yeah, looking good. Let's test it just to make sure. Yeah, it's coming up good. Okay, so I'm going to let this cool for a while before we cut it, so we'll be back after it's a little bit cooled off. Okay, so it's cool enough to cut now, so let's see how we do. I'm going to go ahead and just loosen the edge a little bit here. Looks really good with this streusel topping on it. Can't wait to try it. Okay, let's just do this. And how about, and I'm going to cut these again here too, and here, and just, okay, let's get one of these corner pieces here. Okay, ooh, the jelly. Okay, you can see the jelly filling underneath the cake here and the streusel topping. And now let's see how it tastes. Really good. The lingonberry is very tart, so it works well with the streusel topping. Just really, really tasty. Really good. This would be perfect with coffee, just a little afternoon lunch snack, or dessert after dinner. So if you want this recipe, just check my blog, and I will have the recipe there for you. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.